Hey. My name is Mitch. I go by TML, and it stands for Too Many Looks and Too Much Life and Too Much Love. It has 3 meanings. And what I do here is they make the clothes and I make the stories. It's like I believe in just basically telling a story with each garment. So today I'm shooting, this is from our old collection from the first wave. And I just met this new photographer, John the Con. And he's amazing, so he's gonna shoot all this rack and just make it fire.
My name is Madeline, and I'm the owner of NI4. NI4 it composed by 3 words: nothing, icons, forever. So the idea is nothing lasts forever, so why not we just create some artwork that representing the current moment. Time and fashion is always related. If you think about 10 years ago or 50 years ago, the chant will never look like this right now. We want to be remembered.
My name is Troy Alsobrook. What I do, I'm the Director of Business Development. So basically, everything that you see kind of coming together is a lot of work on my shoulders. You know, we got to gather receipts or whatever it may be. I got to make sure all the numbers line up and everything's, you know, ships smooth sailing.
So we're just moving to the space a month ago. It's a big step for us, and also it's a challenge, because like you never know what happened tomorrow.
So today I'm just basically just shooting on the white, and also gonna get some bathroom shots and some shots into the NI4. Basically, I want you to get familiar with NI4, like seeing it, brand recognition, and just like making it well known. I'm gonna shoot with a bunch of these with a couple. And since they have chemistry together, I wanted it to be like very cool, young, fresh.
My name is Tony Jung, and I'm the lead designer at NI4. I've been working with NI4 for about almost a year and a half, 2 years now. I've been making clothes, so let me show you guys what I'm up to. So basically my inspiration is getting really creative with it, because there's a lot of rules in the society we live in today. But when it comes to art, I feel like those rules are meant to be broken. For example, like, why does that pocket have to be there? Let's put it somewhere crazy. Let's wow them. So these are some pieces I've been working on. This one, and it's a pair of pants. And it has a lot of elastic attached to it, so it can be worn as shorts or as pants. This is another item I made. I don't know, at first people thought these pants would be a little too crazy, but we got a lot of elastic going on here, and the placement of the pockets as well is kind of more abstract and contrast from the flannel.
So I've been loving fashion since I was young. I used to design women's clothes, but recently menswear is representing my personality because it's more related to my own story. I'm more like a straightforward person, so menswear is like a spirit of who I am. So I come up with nothing icons forever because I feel like the moment, like it's moving so fast. I want to create some artwork that representing the current moment, like art.
I met Madeline when I was working at the bank. So I was talking to her, she's like, yeah, I do a t-shirt brand. And I'm like, okay, word, you know, let me see it. I'm thinking it's just gonna be some like screen print, rip the tag, something like that. I'm like, oh, I've heard that 1,000 times. I used to work in that field before banking. So I saw it and I was like, yo, this is way bigger than the t-shirt brand. Like, what the hell are you doing? Where are you exposing this? Like, who's seeing this? And she's like, oh, it's just at my house. And I'm like, word, we gotta get you out here. Like, we gotta figure out some way. And then that's where I was like, how do I become a part of it? Like, I really believe in what you're doing. I wanna help you out.
At first, when I first started working for NI4, it was very, I would say, skateboarder themed. And I saw it for that, but then once I saw these pieces, I was like, wow, we could do so much more.
And that's where we just got this space, really went to work every day, in here constantly. And from there, everything just kept going. I like the competitive aspect. Like I said, sports, everything is how do you beat the next person? How do you use what you have? You may not have the best team, but you can still win a championship. And we're trying to win a chip right now.
Oh, my challenge is figuring out how the business operating, and at the same time how to promoting the brand, how to get exposure, and design and the trending, what people will like in 2 years, because what we're making right now is for 2 years later. I really have to think about it, like we cannot creating what people already creating. We need to forecasting what people will like in the future. That's a big challenge.
Biggest challenge is the footwork. Definitely the footwork, because you go into places and you ask for the buyer's information. You know, I don't like to email because I rather put a face to a name. You know, I walk in straight face to face. If you can tell me no, you can say it to my eyes. Biggest challenge is going in and getting them to take you serious. Like I said, I come from a banking background, so everything's professional set. After I meet you, get your business card, I'm gonna email you, and I'm gonna follow up. Whether it's week, 2 weeks, I'm gonna follow up. But the biggest thing is initially getting them to take you serious. But the same way, you know, Madeline worked it out with me, it's a simple show of an Instagram or a website that shows items speak for themselves. I don't have to say too much, you know. They try to shoo you away. Oh no, we get people every day. Okay, cool, but have you seen this? Nah, I haven't. Whoa, you're really developed for a company that's a year. All right, cool, now take me serious, bro. Let's sit down and let's talk.
For me, it's pretty difficult to design because I didn't go to school for a lot of these subjects. But to me, creativity is not something you have to go to school for. It's something that's from your heart and it's from your brain, and you just express it through whatever it is. Every time I draw up something crazy, people like to tell me like, clothing, you can't do it like that. You have to do it like this. And I just say like, why not? Let's do it. No one else is doing it, so let's do it. First, I get the idea. I always get it at weird times. You never know when I'm gonna get a good idea, but basically I'm trying to get really creative with it. So I get the idea, I sketch it out on my notepad. That's the first step I do. And then I show my coworkers. And some will say, wow, that's crazy, or some will say, nah, that's weird. But that's the reaction I want. NI4 is not a normal brand. I see ourselves as a very diverse brand, touching a lot of different subjects.
I see everyone wearing it. It's like we have a piece for everybody. It's like, I love lounge gear. Like, you will probably always see me in like a hoodie, but one day if I'm feeling it, I might, you know, wear these overalls.
That's all it is. You need the right person, the right eye, and the right team to make, you know, something really, really grow. Like, you have the perfect flower, but if you got dirt water, then it's probably not gonna make it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's so saturated that everyone's starting literally a clothing line or trying to do this, trying to do that. But they forget about the business side, the footwork that you have to put into. People think you just upload something on the internet, and from there it's just like, oh, cool, if I shoot this on Instagram. Now, there's a lot of footwork because it's so saturated. But because people aren't willing to do the footwork, you completely cut out the saturation. So the industry here is big, it's very big. Like, once you make it, you make it. But it's hard to crack, and I have no doubt in my mind that we're gonna crack that.
If you work hard enough, I see this brand growing globally in 3 to 5 years.
I think that NI4 can just take off in its own because it's like, it's a feeling for everyone. It's like if you're feeling like wearing a transparent jacket, or if you're feeling like, you know, going out to dinner and just, you know, stunning, feeling oriental. Everything has its own feel to it, so I feel like with NI4, it's not just one thing. Maxfield's, I see it in Barney's, I see it on Fairfax, I see it on Merrill's, I just see it everywhere.
LA is a good place to be for doing what I'm doing, but it's also a very competitive nature because there are a lot of people who want to push towards the art side and push towards the clothing side.
It's competitive, but I like that. I've always played sports growing up, so being competitive has always been my nature. So when it comes to stuff like this, I like the challenge.
I like the culture of LA. It's really street and natural, inspiring, especially streetwear culture.
Everybody wants to be in the front row. You go to a game or a concert or anything, you want to be into this. The journey aspect, that's what everything here is every day. Every day it's a journey for us. Every single day it's like, what's new? We learn something. Like, we don't know anything until it happens. And I think with BFROW, like being in the front row, everybody wants to do that. So for you guys to capture, you know, moments of companies growing before it actually happens, then that's everything. Like, when I first heard Wiz Khalifa, I started digging backwards. You know, I didn't care about what was to come. I started digging backwards. What can I find that's old? You know, what can I find? Where did he come from? I think you guys have that platform that a lot of people don't. They wait until you make it to take that.